Hi there, my name is Carleigh and I'm a high school English and Social Studies teacher at CEC in Truro. I love using Atlantic Canadian books in my classroom for two different reasons. The first one is it helps my students relate to the books that they're reading. So often I hear from my students that they don't really want to read the books because they can't relate to them. So bringing in books like The Last Time I Saw Her by Alexandra Harrington gives them an opportunity to directly relate to a setting in the book. It takes place in River John, Nova Scotia, which is maybe 20 minutes from where I grew up. I grew up in New Glasgow, so I know the places in the book. And so do they, because maybe they've driven by the bridge that they talk about, or maybe they've eaten at the restaurant that they mention. So it gets them interested. I mean, when I first saw it and I saw where it was set, I couldn't wait to pick up the book. So that translates to my students as well. Another book that I love is If This Is Freedom by Gloria and Wesley. It talks about the story of Black loyalists living in Nova Scotia. And I think books like this help my students feel like they're not so far removed from history. We're not talking about stories that happen in the States. We're not talking about other places in Canada. We're focused right here in Nova Scotia where we are standing. Another reason I love looking at Atlantic Canadian authors is because it can inspire my students to maybe one day be an Atlantic Canadian author. Maybe 10 years from now, I'm going to be reading a book to my class that one of my past students wrote. So they don't feel like only authors from Ontario or the States are going to get published. They can tell Nova Scotia stories, maritime stories from right here. They can be successful. And I really want all of my students to feel like they can be successful.